the Unbreakable Bond. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town called Willow Creek, lived an 8-year-old boy named Arjun. Arjun had a heart as big as the sky and a curiosity that stretched even wider. He lived with his parents in a small yellow house with a red roof, surrounded by apple trees and fields of golden daisies. Arjun's greatest wish was to have a dog of his own. Every evening, he would sit by his bedroom window and watch the neighbors walking their dogs. He dreamed of a companion who would run with him through the fields, listen to his secrets, and be his very best friend. On Arjun's 9th birthday, his parents decided it was time. They took him to the local animal shelter. The moment Arjun stepped inside, he was overwhelmed by the chorus of barks and the wagging tails. He walked slowly down the rows of cages, looking at each dog carefully. At the very end of the last row, he saw him, a scruffy golden retriever with kind brown eyes. The dog's fur was tangled, and he looked a little nervous, but when Arjun knelt down and reached his hand through the bars, the dog licked his fingers gently. "What's his name?" Arjun asked the shelter worker. "His name is Buddy," she said. "He's been here a while, waiting for someone special." Arjun knew instantly. Buddy was his dog. That day, Arjun and Buddy began their journey together. Buddy was more than a pet. He was a true friend. In the mornings, Arjun would wake up to Buddy licking his face. They would have breakfast together, Arjun munching on toast and Buddy crunching on kibble. After school, they would race through the meadows, Buddy always managing to win by a nose. Arjun taught Buddy tricks: sit, stay, roll over, and even fetch the newspaper. But Buddy taught Arjun something even greater: unconditional love. One summer, Willow Creek announced its annual adventure race, a competition where kids and their pets teamed up to complete obstacle courses, treasure hunts, and even short marathons. Arjun signed up immediately, excited to show everyone what a great team he and Buddy were. Training began in earnest. Every afternoon, they practiced jumping over logs, crawling through tunnels, and racing around trees. Buddy was fast, clever, and eager to please, but sometimes he got distracted, especially by butterflies and squirrels. Arjun would laugh and gently guide him back to focus. "It's okay, Buddy. We'll get there together," he would say, patting Buddy's head. Finally, the big day arrived. The town square buzzed with excitement. Colorful tents were set up, and the smell of popcorn and fresh lemonade filled the air. Dozens of kids stood at the starting line with their pets: dogs, cats, even a few brave rabbits and goats. When the whistle blew, Arjun and Buddy took off like arrows. They sailed over the hurdles, darted through the mazes, and searched tirelessly during the treasure hunt. It was during the final stretch, a muddy patch of ground, that disaster struck. Buddy's paw got stuck in a hole, and he whimpered in pain. Arjun's heart stopped. The race didn't matter anymore. He rushed to Buddy, carefully pulling his paw free and checking for injuries. Tears welled up in Arjun's eyes as he saw Buddy struggling to stand. "It's okay, Buddy. I'm here," he whispered. The crowd watched silently as Arjun lifted Buddy into his arms. He didn't care about winning. All he cared about was getting his best friend to safety. As he carried Buddy toward the finish line, something amazing happened. The other kids and pets moved aside, cheering and clapping for Arjun and Buddy. By the time they crossed the line, everyone was chanting their names. Later, at the awards ceremony, the mayor presented Arjun and Buddy with a special medal for best team spirit. "True champions," the mayor said, "are those who never leave their friends behind." Buddy healed quickly, and he and Arjun returned to their adventures. They built tree houses, camped under the stars, and explored every hidden corner of Willow Creek. As years passed, their bond only grew stronger. When Arjun became a teenager, he sometimes felt the world was too complicated, but Buddy was always there, patient, loyal, and full of love. When Arjun struggled with school, when he fought with friends, when he simply needed someone to listen, Buddy sat quietly by his side. One crisp autumn day, when Arjun was 15, he took Buddy to their favorite hill overlooking the town. The leaves had turned brilliant shades of red and gold. They lay side by side watching the clouds drift by. "Buddy," Arjun said softly, "you've made my life so much better. I don't know what I'd do without you." Buddy wagged his tail and rested his head on Arjun's lap. Time moved forward as it always does. Arjun grew older, went off to college, and began a new chapter of his life. Buddy, now a senior dog, stayed home with Arjun's parents, waiting patiently for the days when Arjun would return. Each reunion was filled with joyful barks and long walks, just like old times. When Buddy's time finally came, Arjun was there, holding his paw, whispering words of gratitude and love. Though his heart broke, Arjun knew their bond would never truly end. Years later, Arjun stood once more on the hill where they had shared so many memories. He brought with him a new puppy, full of energy and curiosity. Buddy, Arjun said to the sky, thank you for teaching me what real friendship means. The wind carried his words far and wide, and somewhere Arjun felt sure Buddy was smiling. Their story, the story of a boy and his dog, lived on forever, in memories, in laughter, and in a bond that time could never break. The end.